as somebody who was out there recruiting for a Division I program, what did you look for in a player, both in terms of what they were on field and then the way they presented and carried themselves off the field?
Well, obviously on field, guys with high baseball IQ go a long way, right? If I show up at the ballpark, obviously I know that you can play, but now I'm starting to look at those intangibles because at some point in time, we all find ourselves in a room with a lot of talented people, and now I've got to figure out a way to be able to separate myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as that guy running it out, how does he take his round of in and out? Because if I show up at the ballpark, I might not see you get a ground ball hit to you at all. So being able to go through the process and understand how important it is to prep yourself for what you're getting ready to do. And just like I said, are you reading dirt ball reads? Because that extra 90 is huge at the next level, right? Do you have a plan at the plate? Not just a guy that's just, trying to leave the yard over and over and over again, which there's a time and place for that, but situational hitting's huge. How do you handle failure is probably the biggest thing, right? Because everybody loves everybody on their best day, but on their worst day, how do you do? Are you a good teammate after that? Or are you a guy that sits in the back of the dugout and sulks, and then that transfers over to your defense, and you make an error, then now you're bad on both sides of the ball? And another thing is guys that take huge pride in their defense, because it's really tough to lose if you don't give up anything. And being able to have guys that take pride in their defense and get after it and bust it down the line, those things are huge, right? And playing with energy, not emotion, right? There's a big difference between playing with energy and emotion. Those guys that play with emotion, just like I said, on a bad day, they're done for. Those guys that play with energy, they can keep a little bit more of an even keel, and high-effort guys are definitely a plus at the next level.
What did you enjoy more, taking a guy that you knew, okay, that kid can do this, he can play at this level, and go in and have him prove that, or maybe that kid that maybe a lot of people didn't believe in, and you get him into a program and you help him become something that you think he can be?
I think especially at a quote-unquote a mid-major university, right? I think being able to see the guys that people overlooked a little bit, and then he comes in with a little bit of and this is a high school player I'm talking about, coming in with a little bit of a JUCO edge, and understanding that he's got a lot to prove, and then getting in and with player development and stuff, which I love more than anything else, and seeing that guy shine, right? Because then that guy's known that he's earned it, and that's some things that, the youth now don't always get. Sometimes a lot of things are handed to them, but those guys that earn it, and then they get it. They really understand what the game's about.